Hi, hello, my lovely students, art lovers who would like to hear about adult art. Okay, I do photography and videos, and this video would be related to a very special thing without any artwork will live and stay forever. That key ingredient which I concentrate on, I never let it out of my mind when I make anything, what's related to my artwork. And it's a type of energy. Okay, and let me just give you the simple example about Malevich. I don't know, everyone now don't want to hear about Russians, but yeah, it's black square, in Russian черный квадрат. Okay, I speak 4 languages, so that's why I can tell you in Russian, but I'm not Russian. And what is about it is just a black square. Why people evaluate, why people reacted so much into it, and why it stayed so popular, why it's so expensive. We can go to Mona Lisa, we can go to uh, Van Gogh, whatever, different artists create different artwork, different energy, different vibration. But I just mentioned you, how to say, the old ones. There are contemporary ones which I do not know very well, but they sometimes they bring controversial, how to say, comments, because when people will say, oh, this is a piece of shit, what kind of art is this, and stuff. But the artist could recognize an art piece more maybe faster, and I would agree with some comments which there are on Facebook a lot of artworks which cost million, and you understand that this is like a messy kind of, like a, I don't know, some people say, oh, the child could do this or whatever. But then when you look close and when you look deeper into it, you understand that maybe some kind of unusual technique used there, or some kind of there is a base to it. Okay, there is always a base to it, and different artists has this kind of a signature, right? And I would like to talk about this little bit more, okay? Because adult photography I've created, and the reason why I've started this showing you examples of the famous artwork, because they stay forever. Okay, the reason why old artists are so famous, because there were generation 100 and this artwork still stays and still can make an impact to people's life, to people's minds, to people's imagination, okay, to people's illusions, right? It has an effect. And of course, old artwork, and I'm not only speak about the paintings, there are sculpture, there is how to say, antique stuff, I mean, like furniture, whatever, some kind of small stuff, whatever, but they do possess the energy. Okay, and that energy was translated, it's a transmission, yeah, from me, the person who creates art, to that artwork. Okay, why some people are not famous and did not achieve anything? They love art, they can create, but they can't stamp that artwork that much. Or for example, you watch X Factor, right? You watch X Factor, you see that the person has voice. Okay, you see that the person has data, but when you watch through the telly, there are no goosebumps. Okay, there is no transition into public, there is no emotion, you do not see the vibration, you do not feel that energy. Okay, so we speak now about the things but you cannot see. Okay, in the microwave, yeah, the microwave, when you look at the microwave, yeah, you just can see that the popcorn is growing and popping, but there is nothing in there, you do not see. Okay, that's kind of an energy, that's kind of an artwork I am concerned about and I create. That is why it's important. What is the artwork? The real artwork, it's created to heal people, to help people, okay, to make the world beautiful. Why every hospital, every clinic, every health institution, what's how to say, works with people, has a lot of artwork in there? Because of the healing effect. Yes, we do not see, like a microwave, we do not see the impact, but there is, and it does, and it's been proven. Those antique things, they possess that energy, they do, and they transfer this energy through the how to say, through centuries. That's why archaeologists go and dig and look and are so fascinating about, the findings and stuff, because they dig for the energy, that energy what belongs to that owner being transferred thing to that thing. Okay, so how artist creates that thing. Okay, so the reason why photography never been how to say, admitted as an art, okay, because it's instant, because you take a snappy snap there, a snappy snap there. They say that to create art you need a plan. Okay, you need to have uh, how to say, you need to create a vision in your head, right? You need to base it with your emotions, you need to base it with your experience, with your knowledge. Then you put it, into into a clay, into a canvas with oil paint, into something. But how to say, the process is different. It is, okay, from making art by hand and from pressing the button. And that's where I realized that actually it is not true. Because if you go, well, into the higher and deeper extent of this photography, and the more you do it, the more you would understand that actually it does get involved a lot of planning, a lot of visual work, a lot of thinking, a lot of analyzing, okay, of the things you do. Okay, and that's why I'm here. I would like to live till that end when photography would be confirmed as an artwork. And we know that there are a lot of artists who do landscapes, or who do contemporary art, right? And they shoot a lot of meaningful stuff, and we can see artwork which, how to say, being used in social media and patronizing you. Yes, when you see those pictures with the starving children, or bombed and shelled cities, or you see the injured, how to say, babies, or whatever you see, it hits you here. Okay, it hits you. Yes, it is. It takes long time. Okay, it is long time maybe to get there, but eventually I believe that there will be more and more people like me who would create art, not only photography. Documenting things, it is important. Okay, this goes into history. How would you live without that? It's information, it's data. People need data to analyze and to understand what's going on in their lives. Okay, that's why I've created this course, because I know how much it will help people who are learning new things, learning about themselves, finding new ideas. Okay, how to move on. No, seriously. Today, I kind of noticed one famous actress, Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson, right? Who lost so much weight. She's been in movies, so successful. She has been paid, and she said, well, she never been concerned about her weight and stuff, right? And yet she lost weight. And I know how it happened. It happened subconsciously. Okay, she's seen herself visually. People have these habits which they want to, how to say, push on the other people. There is a society who accepts only certain types of people more, okay? And that's how she transitioned. I was really fascinated about one famous, really famous Australian glamour photographer, Sue Bryce. And when I start looking at her, she was big. She was very big lady. She was. Now she's like a stick. Okay. She went into the business. She recorded all these tutorials and all this stuff. She needed to present her business through herself. And the transformation has happened. She was always saying she was struggling. I don't know, she was size maybe 20 or something. And there was so many blocks and boundaries inside, okay, that she never achieved lost weight, never achieved lost weight, okay. And then finally she's seen herself so much, and subconsciously she understand about herself much more, than the change happened, okay. And it's natural process. It is natural. Like, look at the singer Adele, okay. So why people use this photography, and why photography was um, so important in olden days, okay. We use photography for therapy, okay. We use photography to heal, right. And now there is a lot of photography coming back to us as a therapy, because what happens, people take a picture. If they take a good picture of themselves, right, and post it, there is a lot of pleasant and how to say, emotions, people getting noticed you, there is an attention over there, right. There is so many, how to say, people who giving you that good energy. That's why people so hooked up on themselves. It's egocentric. I mean, for me sometimes it's too much, right. But don't go very far. The moment I've started to recording myself and looking at myself, I was size 14, right. And now I'm size 8 to 10 naturally. I even, I didn't do anything. So subconscious process hits you, and you become who you are. You become more free from those limits and from those boundaries what were there inside you. You just receive the data. The reason why I'm talking about this magic thing, because there are so many people who would like to do or learn this photography, and they do not understand the reason why. What is this magic about this? Okay. What is this energy? We do not see this energy. We do not know anything much about the energy. Let me tell you this. I studied medicine for 7 years. Really long time. No one was talking about the energy. No one, not a single professor. Okay. They were leaving this subject, for not traditional medicine. Okay. And when we know, I've read a lot of books about those things, what happens to humans body, why some conditions been cured and some conditions haven't been, or why some conditions been cured naturally by itself and the person should die actually. Okay. I am one of the examples, which I have totally different beliefs now. I've changed those beliefs. So what are those beliefs when we carrying through life, from the moment we go into maturity? All those beliefs came into our bodies. Seriously, they came onto our minds. They are those limits. They become beliefs which are stuck in our bodies. People develop certain conditions, certain illnesses. They become a certain shape. I mean, I don't speak about genetics, right? You can say, oh, your mom looks like that, and that's why you look like that. Your father is like that, that's why you look like that. No, no, you can change. If you believe your limitation will change inside of you, subconsciously you will change. There is two different things when people are pushing and torturing themselves with all those diets, with all those strict, routines, and want to do, there is no force in adult photography. Everything has to be natural, unless if you want to force it, then I look at it as porn. you know? And that is a very big difference. So when you create an energy, you need to know what is right and what is wrong. Okay? Those third thing needs to be clear in your head. If you want to create art, and art is created through a great power. Okay? This is a great power which I'm explaining to you. The power of your thinking. The thinking should be right. Okay? Should be correct to create that emotion, to create that energy, and to convert it into the doing. That's how you create the magic. Depending on different artwork and depending what kind of artist you are, but that's a very complicated process. Very complicated process. Taking a picture of nude people, it's easy. Creating an art which moves that person, which will make him to change subconsciously. Why I'm saying this word subconsciously? I can explain you. There is a conscious mind and there is a subconscious mind. Conscious mind, when we think and we take decisions and we want to do something about it, right? We want to change our lives. Well, you know what? If everything would happen consciously, everyone will be rich, great body, skinny, great physique, muscular, will read all the books, will learn all the languages, will have best cars and best wives, girlfriends, and because subconsciously we will all want this, right? How many of us have everything if that would be just subconscious thing? How many of us, or you know what you, yeah, what you have? Because this is result of your subconscious mind. Yeah, you think no, this all mixed together. But you need to understand there is a mind which you can control, and those ideas, and you can't control this unless it comes from subconscious base. Consciously you can do certain things and impact the subconscious mind, and that's how you create this healing effect. That's how you create this magic. That's how you would create this certain correct energy, right? I was explaining to my son, there are some songs which has a wrong energy, and it does. Okay, the most majority of the songs are with the right energy, with the right vibration, to motivate you, to make you stronger, to push you, to make you dance, to have you a good mood and stuff. And there are totally different vibrations and songs which you do not want to listen because they are not on your level, right? So it is very, how you call this, it's a very fine line when the artist need to understand, and his artworks start from him, from you. Okay, I can't tell you how to create this magic and how to create this certain energy, because that energy is you. So you need to have that vibration, you need to have this power inside of you and understand clearly what you are aiming with your artwork. So when you're creating, for example, I've moved from the painting with oil on the canvas into making photography and then into making a video. There are some people on my course who would like to learn only videos, and that is possible. But you know what? The greatest directors for the movies, they learn photography first. You can check. I'm telling you the truth. They learn this first. The reason why I speak about this energy, because I did painting on canvas with oil, and I did it myself year after year till I understand how to create that image and how to create that artwork. There is many artists who are struggling to sell their artwork. Why? Because of the energy. Because people do not want their energy. They do not want their energy. That's the answer. That's why they're not selling. I mean, they copied someone else, they put bright colors, and they did this, they want to sell it, but people look at it as a cheap thing, right? As a cheap thing. And you say, oh, brands are important. Yes, brands are important, but brands are more closer to the artist development and thinking and the energy producing than anything else. I mean, people making fun. Oh, now because of the petrol prices increase, Louis Vuitton, I think, or some kind of company released that can for carrying the petrol for a very expensive price, and people will buy it, or they sell some kind of random stuff. But that's because of the energy of the thinking when idea got transformed into the right on the right time for certain people. They can manage this, and I want you to come closer and closer to this. But the main and how to say, the main and important thing is that only you can create this energy. You cannot copy it, okay? You cannot steal it, okay? And if you don't have it inside there, it's not gonna come. You need to develop it. I'll tell you the example. And I tell you the example from sexual energy. Okay, so the girl was shooting an adult shoot, explicit nude for the boyfriend, right? And she's all beautiful, and we made the makeup and the hair and everything, and she's sitting, she's sitting on the long, making herself comfortable and waiting for my command. And I'm standing in front of her and looking at her, and she's sitting, and I'm looking at her, and I say, "Why are you waiting?" She says, "I'm waiting till you take a picture." I says, "Well, I'm waiting to take a picture of what? Of you?" I said, "I want to feel something. I want to see the energy or something." She says, "I don't know how to do it." I say, "You know what? I tell you how. Start touching yourself. Start rubbing your hands into your body. Start doing this and start feeling the energy flowing inside you. It's not going to drop on you, okay? You're not going to step into this power. You need to create that energy yourself. And only I can take the picture of that because I can't put my energy in your picture." And she's looking at me and saying, "You want that photo shoot? You start better creating it. Otherwise, it's going to be you, beautiful, but all frozen, all staged, all posed. I don't feel anything, so your partner would not feel either. So what's the point of taking a picture of you?" And even then, you can put it out there and you can reach it if you try with yourself and you try to develop that energy. Try it. Simple things. Simple thing, but you need to understand that the air will change around you. That's how I make my couples to do everything. That's how I lead singles to the most uncomfortable and most erotic shots by themselves. It is not easy to masturbate in front of the stranger. Usually it's not happening for people, right? It's not. Why people would like to do this shoot? It's been years I've been asking myself this question. Seriously, years. You know why? Because usually people will give you the answer, okay, straight away, but this is a very hidden and suppressed information, okay, from everyone. They lying. Everyone is lying. Why they doing the shoot? You know why they're lying? Because they do not know the answer, and they do not know why. This message, this impulse comes subconsciously. Yeah, consciously they understand that they need to do it. They don't understand why, and they say, okay, this is because of someone else, or this is because I lost some weight, or this is because I need a gift for someone, or this is because these are all excuses. people reach that point, okay, when those barriers inside them, okay, when those boundaries start suffocating them and they need to escape, okay. People come to the point when they want freedom, okay. They want to be them. They want to be, I want to be me, okay. You can go online, you can pretend how cool you are, and strike I post, and for many people does work that, it does work. They get those likes, and that's what they care about, okay. How far they would go with this account? Not far. I mean, some people don't like a sustain for some time, okay, but what they're doing, they're lying for themselves. They're lying to the whole world how beautiful and rich and cool they are, and they're lying for themselves, okay. What that energy creates, can you imagine what that energy, what these signals make, and how hard it will come back, right? How long people can lie? I mean, how long is a piece of a string? I don't know. I don't know, but it always comes to the end. This is how to say, this is a history, this is a fact. Okay? This is a fact. So people come or do this experience to free themselves. Why they need to free themselves? Because of the way they matured and developed. Okay? Some people do not need any freedom. They're happy the way they are. Okay? And then they say, oh, she hit that crisis. Okay? Oh, this is like, a certain thing, or something, right? We all have this kind of names for the things and stuff, but I know what it is. I know that the times come when you start to think about yourself with your brain, and you need to understand, who are you? Who are you? Okay? And then people start experiencing this through their bodies. How they would know themselves? Yes, they can create a lot of information and fantasies in their head, but the experience they can get through their bodies. Okay? And what is this experience inside them? What they are producing? What they are producing? They are producing memories. So they need this experience for what? For what? I was asking myself, for what? They want to process those memories, old memories, or replace old memories with the new memories. And only you can do it by energy. Okay? So imagine there are old memories, yes, from your childhood, from your life, which stuck inside you. They become beliefs. Okay, there are clear indication, for example, some are Christians, okay, some are Buddhist, some are Hindu, some are Muslim, whatever. These are the strongest beliefs, I would say. Religion. Yeah, religion. When religion does not allow certain things, okay, there are a lot of limitations when it comes to our body. What involves religion is the dress, is the relationship with other people, with your partner, okay. There are people who would come to me and say, by religion, I'm not allowed to undress and have a photo shoot. By their religion. Again, I think, well, then, like, I don't know, and I did not analyze every religion, but I would ask, like, in front of anyone, she's like, no one can see me naked. I'm thinking, how are you going to see gynecologist then? How are you going to see a doctor then? If no one can see you. What if what if you need? I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that's how strong are those boundaries are. I don't have much of, I'm a Christian. I do not have much of but we do as well have those boundaries. So imagine when you put those limits on yourself, related to your religion, related to your family, related to the education, related to the place you were born, related to people who've been around you, your friends, okay, and stuff. There are so many limits that there are so many memories that your head is fucked up. Yeah, consciously. You think, why would I not be happy? I have this, I have this, I have everything, I've achieved some. But subconsciously, you're not. Why? Because all those memories stuck in your body, yes, and producing a different information, right? The God gave you body to receive that pleasure, to receive that all the best, benefits of the life. I'm not saying that you need to sleep with everyone and, how to say, do not pass any stranger. I'm not talking about these extreme things, right? I do not suggest anything extreme. I am just saying that our head is stuffed with memories which are boundaries, which are limits, and it reflects on our body, on our action, on our behavior, how we are, with who we can you know come into contact, who we can accept, what we can do. And sexual life is the most suppressed, direction I know, because people grow up without, allowing them to understand their body, to touch themselves. It is not too good to do this, to do that. People in families and in married life do not explore this because of those limits and beliefs, and they still carry this, heavy weight. That's why they come to that photo shoot, to get rid of this. And that's why I am here, to create those unlimited shoots, to get and to give them that chance to free themselves. Because what happens is, when you do it through the action, through doing, through creating, through art, it's effective and it's fast. Okay, and I'm not saying fast next second. Okay, those beliefs were fucking in your life and messing with your life for a really long time. Okay, really long time. It didn't appear yesterday and today you come to erase them. No. So when you go to any kind of meditation or any kind of self work and self growth into something, yeah, I don't know into what, they will say that you would need time. So photography is the fastest way to do that. That's why I am here trying to be mentor and trying to explain those people, because it worked on everyone which I shot. It worked on me, okay, to everyone being touched by my picture, okay, they changed because of that energy which is related to them. Imagine, why I am not against those people who are making images and making photography again and again the same thing. I'm not against them. They're making business and they're making money, and it is really hard to be unique. It is really hard to be creative, because it's a lot of pressure. Imagine you cooking chips, fish and chips, 10 years every day, and doing it automatically, right? And imagine you are a head chef, Michelin, whatever, and have a menu where you create by the sensation, by the emotion, by the need, by the likes for that particular couple or for that particular person. How I, for example, uh, divide a good bar and not a good bar. The good bar or the great bar is when you come to the bar and say to the bartender, you know what I want? I feel like I want something sweet and sour and, for example, more, stronger. Yeah. And that's it. I say 3 words: sweet, sour, and strong. And they create this drink for me. And I will try, and I know that I have not tried anywhere, but this is unique, and I'll say, wow. And of course, I would leave the tip, right? And there are, how to say, there are a list of general drinks where you go to the bar, and you would have, okay, like this Long Island, this margarita, this, I think, and you would choose one, and you would get maybe okayish, maybe very good, but there is no creation in that. They just making those cocktails, and they have ingredients only for those cocktails. Okay, and they do not want to create something out of the, you know, out of the blue. I can tell you what is the best cocktail. If we talk about cocktails, I'm not supposed to, I wasn't planning, but my best cocktail is, I've checked through the years. Before, when I was younger, I was drinking and clubbing and going out. So two is not enough, but three too much. But you can try this. So ingredients is vodka, martini bianco, and Sprite. Okay, and lemon. 2 slices of lemon, but you can squeeze the lemon out. Oh my gosh. So it is up to you. You can make a strong of 100 grams of vodka and 50 martini bianco and Sprite, or you can change, right? 50 vodka, 100 martini bianco and Sprite. But you would love this flavor. There is nowhere available in England, and lemon on top. I can tell you, with ice, okay, it just puts you in the mood straight away. You can try it. So talking about the special energy, like I said, that's how we get that distinction. That's how we get that artistry on point. That's how we validate ourselves. That's how we know that we did art and created art. And that's how we know that we are part of it. Okay? A part of that artwork. Very often, they ask me, oh, is it you on this picture? Is it you on this picture? Especially on Facebook. I do not post, I do not have the artwork of myself. When it's me, then I shoot my face, right? And I say, yes, it's me. There is always me, because I am the one who is taking that picture. I am the one, and you can see a very distinctive signature of mine in there. Okay, it's me. No one else could figure it out and make that thing. So it is me, and it takes years. It takes years to go there and do that. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to have a strong energy field around your work, as it would be your signature, you need to start from yourself. Why? Because you are the one who has limits. Okay? So you need to free yourself in order to free someone else and help someone else. If you want to become a popular, great artist, photographer, depending what you do, videographer, you need to start from there, because the energy translation has to be placed in that image. Your energy has to be powerful. What that means, for example, the way I create the image, first, I know what the person wants and what are the scenarios and what are fantasies and what the ideas. Okay, I have not met that person in person till I not have my shoot. Okay, but when I meet them, I usually take half an hour to consultate, to speak about it, so that I would understand correctly. It is never like this, that people come in and I'll put them on the chair and I start shooting. No. No, because it's not possible to create that energy otherwise. You need to know and establish that energy connection and channel back to that person. Why my artwork is always different? I can tell you, it's not a secret. I am a mirror who reflects every person back. What they talk to me, what they say during that shoot, I try to feel them and I try to represent them. Mirror, reflect them back. That's why every shoot I do is unique and different. It's theirs. Okay? It is me, inside out, towards their direction. And sometimes we speak about those particular shots or particular images They like, like they say, oh, can we recreate the images from your website, right? What it means, recreation. They want to copy someone's unique artwork to their standard. And there are people who will do that. I didn't make a single copy to anyone because I do not believe in copies. Okay? In copy is when you create the artwork and then make a business from it. Business from it is not art. Okay? There are a lot of copies. There are a lot of copies of many paintings. Many paintings. And of course, I'm not against the copies. I will do it in the future. That's why I'm making this art now, so I can retire and live from my copies. Yeah. Okay. But now I'm constantly, I have energy. I have my, how to say, power, and I want to use it right now. And I want to deliver to you that message to understand how it works in the reality. Because there are a lot of people who think, okay, you wanna be an adult photographer and artist? Join my course and in 10 weeks you're gonna become one. No, it's not true. It's not possible. If I would think about my life when I was a child making those special and unique cakes for selling, I understand that already then I didn't make a single copy of them. I was always making unique ones. Okay. I went to be a head chef for what reason? To create a different recipes. Okay. I wanted to be that creator, right? And that education helped me. Okay. In terms of help me, I mean, I am that kind of a bossy because I did that. I am. Then I studied medicine for 7 years, and I thought I will be a doctor who would cure people, right? And it helped me to become that person even stronger, because every touch I do to my clients, every glance I take, I look at them as a doctor. No one, not a single person is embarrassed. That's how I trained. So there are a lot of steps I took in my life towards this goal. It took me 30 years, not just more than 10 years being an adult photographer. And that's how I become that person who makes a scared, afraid, a shy, how to say, vulnerable personality. And we just discuss about those limits and those blocks, who's freaking out to make it free. Use it one photo shoot, but make it to the high level, to the standard. They do not understand the vibrations. They do not understand the energy. I do not explain any of that during the session. The reason this thing is happening, because I have that much knowledge. Okay. And they do not understand how it's happening, because their plan is to come and just have maybe short session, or little bit, maybe to show a little bit of this, or slightly undressed, not completely. No one is planning to do that much and that much. But my job is to push them. This is one of my jobs, because I know that the reason why they came here, they want to get free. They want to leave those boundaries. They want to leave all those memories. They want to get rid of those limits, okay, which are created by beliefs, by all these beliefs which I spoke. Yes? Beliefs. That's what messing us up through the life. And we live, and older we get, we must get rid of them to enjoy who we are, to be free with yourself, to reflect yourself in a way that you can attract a certain person to be with you, and that person would be in love with you, not because of your looks, because it will all change. You will get old, okay? But because of who you are and what kind of energy you possess and what kind of information you take through the life and what you can do for people, right? What is happiness? What is happiness? Happiness when you're free, when you have a job, what you love, right? When you have a relationship where you are loved and you sharing that intimacy. What happens with people? What happens with couples? Okay, the chemical situation when people got involved lasts for certain time. When the chemical situation pass and leaves your body, right? What happens? There are a lot of people thinking that they're not in the right relationship. I have many couples, okay, who come, who do the shoot and reconnect. And I have couples who do the shoot and see for themselves clearly that they're not supposed to be together. They see subconsciously, it hits the information, because when they're, next to each other every day and stuff, they living each other's lives, they do not see that. I actually lived in this situation for many years because I did not realize. The moment it hit me and I got that information, I realized I could make a move in action. But when you do not have that data, you can't, because the data is missing. Okay? So you would be that person who providing this data. I am that person. The reason why I do not do or do not sell 1 or 2 pictures or 3 pictures as other studios, or package of the pictures 10 or whatever, I give all the artwork first, because I'm an artist and I believe that the things we create, they can't recreate anywhere else. There is nowhere they can repeat this. There is nowhere they can get this. And it is so valuable to me. Maybe not for them. They do not understand. There are successful shots, there are not successful shots. For me, it's equal. They both valuable. You know why? Because they work in a conscious and subconscious mind on the different vibrations, on the different levels, reach your archives in a different way. Every image is associated with certain energy. You thought about this, when people are shooting, for example, nude and explicit photography, they do think a lot about their boundaries and about their limits, or something that I would not do this, or maybe it's too much, or or maybe this, and they overthinking. And I can see this. I always stop them that moment, and because the way I lead my shoot, I speak with people a lot, and I try to place them in that energy ball, which I get into. Okay, I am getting into that moment when I know that I'm creating something extremely unique and special. Okay, that I am here in that power, and I'm standing right now in front of them, and I'm directing and leading those into those moments that will change their lives, that they see themselves in a way they never see themselves. Okay, what they see, I can tell you how people look at themselves. So there is a baby who have not seen how he looks, do not understand, actually do not have a clear vision. Okay, so when the vision is good and developed and stuff, that child growing up and then start looking at himself and at the mirror and seeing that reflection. Looking at that mirror, looking at the reflection, and what happens? I'll show you what happens. They make their face the way they like it, the way they like this face. For example, my mom always say, don't put that lip up. And I said to my mom, this is actually when I was a child, I made this face that I like myself the most this way. So every time now, for 40 odd years, I look at myself and I make this face. That is the habit. Okay? That is the program I'm talking about. So when someone takes me from the different angle and not showing me that face, which I recognize, which I see, I think that I'm not photogenic. right? I do not like myself. Okay. And when I started doing my work and my photography and my selfies, I overcome this because I have realized that I had those limits out there, those beliefs that this is how I should look. Okay. And I could not see myself from the different angle. I didn't know how I look from the different angle. That's why you need a photographer to give you that data and information, because you accepting yourself in a very narrative, in a very small, how to say, area, right? And that's already a limit for yourself. Okay. So the photographer provide this information, right? And you can say, okay, I want a journalistic approach. I don't want any energy, just, take a few snappy snaps and take few shots. And how to say, in erotic photography, it's very straightforward. Okay. It's a very easy slip. Okay. There is a porn here. Okay. And there is erotica over there, and there is no edge. This is you who creating that fine line for yourself first. Okay. And this is somewhere when I do not want to step in. I do not want to step into the porn. Okay. Because this is not my vibration. Okay. I cannot say that I have not done this. There are people who would just like this and this way, and there is no time to create all kind of energy. But what I'm saying to you is that to create that energy, you need to have this experience. It's not gonna jump on you, okay? You can't just, step into this energetical power and start shooting an artwork. You need to have to develop a certain thinking, okay? And that is towards you and towards that person connection. So if you can to take that person or that couple's energy and translate it back and put it into the image, that's what I'm saying. That's why all these photo shoots are different. Even if I say, or even couples say, okay, we want this edgy shots and really dark and really this, I do not see them this way, because I see them vanilla, and they are vanilla in the studio. So how the fuck I'm gonna shoot that what they asked? Sometimes people want the things that it doesn't suit them and it doesn't work for me, and it just doesn't. I do not go against that feeling. If I feel that this is should be this way, I give them this way, and then they're really happy. But what they've seen or what they thought, that they can match into someone else's shoes. This is you who driving that bus. The photography studio or the camera you have, right? And the arrangements you make. This is a big power and a big responsibility. And I want you to acknowledge that. Creating art is more complicated than other people think. And if you think that this is just, okay, open your legs, I take this picture, it's going to be porn. So you can be porn artist, okay? Or you can make art like real art. It's up to you. I cannot make you, but I am explaining a simple thing, that it goes through the energy and it goes through your vibration, and that couple or that single person who will meet you on that day, it evaluate that exactly this thing. Okay? You will be like in a microwave with that person. He would not see it, that it's cooking, but he can feel it and sense it through their mind, through their body. He can go back into this session. I'll tell you one more trick, okay, which is seriously working. So I am not taking payments for my photo shoots, okay? I'm not taking payments. I'm not like other studios, okay, who would secure and who would take half of the payment and, or all of the payment, doesn't matter. I do not take a payment. I just take a simple deposit, okay, which is a commitment for a shoot for me, okay, to move on. It's like it's like a part of the contract, right? An agreement. If I would not have any payment, it means that we do not have an agreement. And if something happened in the future, you will be in trouble, okay? So taking a small payment is already a legal thing, and it is something what you must do. But I do not take the whole payment. First of all, I do not know how successful will be the shoot in terms of not only the success, how long it will be, how complicated it will be, how many scenes we will take. My price depends on the explicitity levels as well. So I'm talking about how successful the shoot, how far I can push. I do not know. Okay. The person will say how much. I do not know because I have not met that person and I have not done this. Okay. But no one ever, rejected or said, no, no, I'm not going to pay after the shoot. Just for that reason. They've been with me in the studio, they've seen everything, they shot, and then when they look at that file, it meant something to them. Okay? It meant the value to them. And it's a huge value because it's the whole file. Okay, not 1 2 3 pictures, it's everything. That's how I am being honest with my clients. They entitled to everything what they make with me. It's just fair. And you know what, I've been like, how to say, many times in these situations. I've been myself. I've created some imagery, and then after 5 or 10 years I'm looking and thinking, wow, it still works on me, it still hits me, and I understand that this is the artwork. When you coming back to that moment over the time, which is your past, 10 years back, that's how powerful your art should be. Okay, for those people who you create and for yourself. I'm not talking, only. I'm just saying you should start from yourself. If you do have those limits and boundaries, it will be very hard to achieve that energy, that distinction, that this is you, that this is your work. Okay? And of course, without that distinction, people do not see your value. That's how from the 60 pounds for a photo shoot, I went to 1500 starting point, right? If it's a normal shoot. Yeah, if it's like a full-on shoot. I'm not talking about, oh, let's just do a few portraits and stuff. But I'm just saying, right? And more. Because there is value in there. If people see the value, you can charge this money. And I'm saying, otherwise you will be just random singer, who's trying to copy someone, right? And I do not encourage. I even do not say you this, because when I went for the first my studio course, I will tell you how it was. So I bring my camera and they arrange the model, because I went for the private course, the studio, and they arranged the model. And every session which I shot with them was on one setting. Okay, on one setting. They helped me and they changed, we changed the lighting levels, right? Setting. But all I shot is with one light or with two, there was nothing more. Okay. So with one setting. So what they said to me, you make this, you copy us, you will be doing great. Okay, that that's how it worked, So you copy us, you already know the photography, you already learn, and that's how it is in life. Okay, you can see so many courses and so many things who would promise you, nonsense, that you will be a professional, that you will be, the qualified person for this job. No, you don't. And especially when it comes to artwork, it's more complicated. People think it's easy. Yes, it is easy to set up, to frame it, to light it. It is easy. But I'm asking you one thing, to consider the most important thing, which is a distinction, is that energy which you can translate, which you can add to your artwork with what you can create with your person who is doing the shoot. That is the main key point. That is your focus. I will go deeper into this And I would look into this even more, but I hope I just deliver that energy sense of you to understand how important it is to develop it. I'm not saying you're gonna jump into this knowledge straight away. It grows over the time. Thank you so much for watching. This was Shoot Like a Pro course. And today we spoke about energy, a very important factor, a distinction between other photographers, and a distinction which necessary to work with the client and give the value. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you. Kiss you. Bye.